Welcome. We are live now. Oh, wow. Hey, James. I was actually just watching your getting started with craft thing over lunch today. In fact, James, you don't know this, but I was planning to highlight your video today and say, hey, James's video is really good. So I made a list of a few videos I wanted to highlight today, and yours was one of them. I'm gonna set up all my stuff, and as usual, my wife's like, just came in the garage, so we're kind of waiting for her to clear through. You know, clear all my stuff about JavaScript and WordPress development that I was doing before this. So, okay, I imagine James like a little like squee. I don't know why. Like one of my daughters would do. Who are, you know, like 6 and stuff. Okay, let me see. I gotta find, and I need to do. Day's going good. Rishabh? Carla, I guess? That's a hard one. Sorry. I'm gonna do my best on that. I need to find. I always find this hard, and I should have it. Not preview mode, not finish. See, I always have a hard time finding the actual link to this. So let's just go to YouTube. You know what I really need to do is automate these things, and then I just don't have to worry about it. Or it emails me. That's what else I could do. It emails me this stuff. So let me find the link it just emailed me. My iPad come up? My iPad came up already. Email, hey, Curtis went live. Great. And pause it. Okay, let's share these things now. The craft channel, workflows. Let's do that. And she's trying to be quiet because she's on the phone probably. All right, so we share that there. Gotta share it on Twitter. And then I'll start looking at all the questions you have. It's on Twitter. I can share my own Discord channel too. This is going to be a short stream today, but my coaching call for research coaching actually got canceled because, you know, they got kids and stuff needs to get done with kids, which makes sense because, you know, kids need caring for and stuff like that. Even in my own channel, I try to keep it to like self-promotion. Oh, Relay FM. I'm a member of Relay FM. I like those podcasts. They have a self-promotion channel too. I should do that. Discord takes a while to boot up sometimes. Self-promotion. There we go. Okay, let's hide some of this stuff. Because I don't need it right now. I do have a Discord server. Okay, so I tried today. It should be in the, here you go. It should be in the, not the comments, the description of this. I think I added that properly today. But how do I do this? Invite people, edit event link, expires never. Would you look at that? So I guess you found it. Generate new link. Copy. Okay. If you're in chat, Discord. No, my Discord server is super quiet. which is okay by me because it's just super quiet. There you go, Discord, and we have people join. iWise, welcome, iWise, if you're also watching me at the same time. Cool. So the agenda today, let me open up. Well, let me show you even. We're going to do this in a bit anyways. But let me go eCam. I never did set. There we go. eCam. No pip. With pip. There you go. So you can see me. So I was going to do K right. So I have a bit of a content calendar now in Obsidian. I'll open it up wide. I've been trying to find Kanban boards for iPad OS, stuff like that, and I just really haven't found it until recently. Did I catch the latest update from Craft? Yeah, actually, so I actually saw this earlier. I had early access to it about a week before it was fully announced. But they ask you not to talk about it, which is okay with me. So I looked at that. I'm going to dig into it a bit more today live, and I'll probably do a video. I might just record the video solo, though, on Saturday, just because. So I'm going to record Craft Kanban, a review of the Organized Mind, and I don't think I'm going to talk about Obsidian aliases today, actually. I could show it off maybe after. I need to write American Dirt Review later. So this is my calendar now, and you can even see all the other things that I'm thinking about. Devin, think of the tickler file. What are project notes? What is a decision journal? And if you see today, how do I do this? Right there, in getting started with Craft. Who did that video? Oh, I know who did that video. James. James, I'm really going to try not to call you Josh. I have a friend, Josh Eaton, that I've programmed with for like, I don't know, 10 years. So I'm really trying not accidentally refer to you as Josh. I'm sorry if I do. That's all I can say. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm going to highlight these 3 videos later too. So let's get going. I'll go back to just me. Default scene. You know what I didn't see? I'm going to move all of my writing into into Obsidian, but I haven't done it yet. So let me open up Obsidian on my iPad as well. So I think it's going to work better there for notes. Okay, Craft Kanban. And I can just hide Obsidian here and open up Craft. And where did I put that? I had demo. Did I have a board somewhere? Task Manager and Evernote. No, I'm sorry, Gail. I didn't try it. I loved Evernote when it first started many years ago. I think I got it in like an early beta. Why? Like I loved it, but it just wasn't for me anymore. Honestly, I stopped doing a lot of note taking for a while. Certainly nothing like I do now. And then Evernote just wasn't for me at that point. So where did I put this? Guess we'll just have to start it again. I don't see it anywhere. Did I talk about why I'm switching back to Obsidian? I haven't actually put a full video together on that, because it really just happened this week. Because when I went to do it, it was really easy. It was like super easy just to bring it all into Obsidian from Craft. Why did I change? Aliases, one big thing in Obsidian, which I think we'll cover today. So actually, let me take a note on that right now. Videos to share. This is specifically my smoking one. Is a good one. I just came up with that last night. And then the task management and the Kanban flow. Those seem really nice for what I need now. Those are probably the big ones. And then, so as I was trying to do my content calendar and the Kanban board, and then I it just felt like I was fighting the system if I didn't have my writing in there as well. So I will be dropping drafts as far as I know, and then just continuing to go. So as far as the export of craft into Obsidian, it was super easy. Just exported, imported. If you're going to do it, make all your file changes from inside Obsidian. Don't like decide to like split things up and like drop one in different, like just organize everything from inside Obsidian, because then your links will move back and forth. I didn't do that with some files. I got some duplicate files that I will, as they become a pain in the butt, it becomes obvious because one's like file name 1, the other one's just file name. So I can kill them there. That's the best I got for you at this moment. Although I will do something about it. Okay, let's set up for this though. Let's just go into, let's make a new note in my demo box. Kanban. Okay. So, let's just screencast this live so that you all have it, so you can all see it. I'm going to give it a few seconds of pause, and then I'm going to talk about craft and Kanban as a way to possibly use cards, and I'll share the screen with you when we get there. Welcome. Today we're going to talk about craft and maybe using it as a Kanban board, because you can. I've actually been struggling for how to use cards and pages using their, I guess, UI terms in craft. And this seemed like something that it would be useful for, that they would be useful for. Before we get into that though, a few ways to support the channel. Number one is become a patron, patreon.com/CurtisMcHale. You can also take one of my courses. They are all linked below. You're most likely interested in the Zettelkasten one about how to take notes, stuff like that. But you can just go to curtismchale.ca/Skillshare, sign up. They give me a little bit of money. It costs you nothing. It supports the channel. There's also a Discord server, links below, or you can follow me streaming 1 p.m. Pacific Fridays, which is what I'm doing right now, that I'll be answering questions like I just did. Buckle up. Let's talk about craft Kanban. So what is craft Kanban, or how would I use it? So I have been really thinking about how I would use the cards. So what's a card? So let's go to card, and we can give it a style now, apply style. And then I can come in here and say, well, let's just say it's craft Kanban. Some notes on the note. Okay, got it. Come back here. So this is a card. And as I've been looking at this, it's really just a UI element. Like if you do a page, it ultimately gives you the same type of data, right? Craft K2. It's really gives you the same information. More notes on the note. Right, really the same information in here. If we went into some in my demo folder here, you can see neither of those two things show up in here at all. They don't show up. So it's nice from that standpoint if you want to take a note, but it doesn't need to be like part of your main database in the folder, then you can do that. It's still linkable, like everything else still works for it, but it just doesn't do anything else. And can you change that? That's a question. Style, page, yeah, so I can change it to card too. And I can say what type of card, right? So there's even other types of cards. I can say, big card like that, or even really big card, right? And so these just give you more information that are in the notes. So let's normalize this and style card, and let's go back and change it to that one. Apply style. So how I thought we could maybe use this as a Kanban board is we could say heading to do, and then we could say heading ready, or doing, keep it real simple, heading done. So let's say we've got to do, doing, and now we have kind of a Kanban board. Probably the biggest hurdles here are new note entry. So I'm gonna go card, I've got to select the style, and then I've got to double click inside, and now I can enter my second idea. Okay, I gotta get back to the mouse and come back here. So enter my second idea. So now I could, I could drag this and say it's done, right? That is probably one drawback to it. That's not going to be great for you. There's also no way of putting in like times here, right? I can change my styles again. I could make different highlight colors or different backgrounds, but I can't actually put like a date to it, right? I could put even a fancy image in there if I wanted. So that's probably the biggest issue with it, and it depends on how you need to use your dates. So I think like for a course, so if I was working on coming back to my courses right here, so there's no reason I couldn't do introduction, what is Zettelkasten, and all of these inside a Kanban board. I could switch them over to cards and they would still all have the same type of data in here, and I could move them between stuff I have. Hey Joe. For this, hey Joe, for those watching the YouTube video later, because I will trim this. So it's Joe Casabona is here. So that would be a good idea to like move your content through. So for Joe, who I know does courses, like moving your course situations, your course levels, your course lessons through like your workflow. That's one way you could use it. But it's not going to be time-based. It's not going to be like date-based. It's not going to be good for like task management. But I don't think you always need that. I'm not sure that you always need time-based, like the Uber Things 3 OmniFocus task management thing. I think that for some, you want like a Kanban board. I think content is really good, right? So if I was doing a course, I could say, you know, research, and I'm researching, these are my ideas, right? So say I have, say on my reading course, right? These are the 3 ideas, 4 ideas, and I'd keep going through there. And then when I was going to write, right, I'd say write. Or you could even, you know, if you want an outline stage, outline, write, heading, record, heading, edit video. So then I could say, okay, you know, I've outlined item 1, that's good to go. Now I'm ready to outline item 2, right? And maybe I've already written this one. And so you could actually go through your cards that way and really, like, I think develop a course, develop ideas like that. I'm, again, not I don't think, for building time-based tasks, like with Things 3, OmniFocus, Todoist, Tick, anything like that. Not for that. There's one interesting idea where I actually saw the use for cards, where I saw the use for it. Otherwise, it just seems like visual style, and it looks really pretty, which isn't necessarily bad, but I'm not sure that I'm going to use it. I'm just not sure that it's for me. That's it. If you liked the video, thumbs up below. If you loved it, subscribe, hit the bell. YouTube will let you know something happens, but you know, turn off the notifications on your devices, because you don't need notifications all the time. Don't do that. Just keep them quiet. YouTube will notify you. Other ways to support the channel: become a patron, patreon.com/CurtisMcHale. Take one of my courses. It's curtismchale.ca/Skillshare, will just take you straight to Skillshare, or you can find links below to my courses, maybe my Zettelkasten course, which highlights craft a lot, actually. And you can join me 1 p.m. Pacific Fridays for streaming most days. And there's a Discord channel linked below. That's it. Have a good one. Try to behave yourselves this week. That was my idea for Craft Kanban. Joe, you've been super into craft for a couple months, and it's definitely my go-to app for most things now. Why, Joe? I just want to know why. Because. Why are you? Why is it your go-to app? So that would be interesting to know. What about it drew you in over top of other options? Quit. Yeah, what? I was looking at Evernote replacement. Mostly, yeah, Evernote seems old for me in many, many ways. So, totally agree on that point. Oh, the Obsidian mobile app is really cool. Let me go back to so I said many times that if I do pip. It's not working. So I'm on the Obsidian mobile app now. Open K right, and so we just did Craft Kanban. So it is recorded. We just did that. Now I need to do the organized mind review. And here's the actual review right here. Right, I wrote the review right there. So this is what I'll actually reference. Yeah, Joe, I really liked when Federico mentioned too about craft and how it was really good. And then, I don't know if you heard, there's one that's like the chainsaw from 8 miles away connected, I think. Anyways, where he talked about all the cool stuff he could do with Obsidian. And that honestly that is one of the reasons also that I started looking back at Obsidian, because it was just cool. Just cool. So, and the Obsidian mobile apps are really, really nice. I've been very impressed. If they had existed, even if they said they were going to be doing them like this, like they have them now, then I would absolutely have used it. Like if they said this is going to be more than a viewer, this is going to be a full featured app, I wouldn't have moved to craft, because the biggest pain point is I do most of my research right as I just turn here. Like I have I've shown it in another video, a Visa mount for an iPad, right? And so I can like swing it over. I usually don't swing it way over here to work, but for today I can actually work on it. I do most of my reading and research on my iPad. I do most of my writing on my iPad, and yeah. Matt, Obsidian is uglier, Matt Ryan says. I'll post it up here. I'm streaming. The advantages of craft over Obsidian is mostly clean writing environment. Obsidian is uglier, but really powerful. Is it though? I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm a programmer by trade. I usually use Vim, so that's it. Yeah. So I think now, and Joe, I will always say that you need to have a strong reason to move back. And so I was looking for, well, I got Slack notifications coming up on my iPad. I was really looking to use it for, it is on. It is on mute and I'm still getting notifications. Anyways, I don't know what I was going to say now. I don't know. I got lost it. Whatever I was going to say. Plus David Sparks is talking about Obsidian too. Yep. Lost it. That's all I got. So next up, we're going to talk about, I should get the organized mind off my bookshelf. This is what we're going to be doing next. And then, got some videos to share for James Eaton, not Josh. I think, Joe, you probably know Josh Eaton too, so I'm going to endeavor not to call James Josh today. To show off a few of the videos that I really liked. I should have put those in the description to the YouTube streaming thing, since I didn't know I was going to share your video, Josh, or James, sorry. Strong reason. Oh yeah, you need a strong reason to change. So one of the big strong reasons was the aliases as well, which I can show off to you. Because I was saying I don't feel like I have a strong reason to move from craft to Obsidian. I've said this a bunch of times on videos. There's no strong, compelling reason, probably in stream, so it's less seen by people. There wasn't a compelling reason because of that. But once I heard what Federico was doing, once I said, okay, I've been looking for a, once I need to stop looking at the comments. That's the problem. Once I started wanting to do a Kanban board in there, and I looked at a whole bunch of other ones, Avocado Kanban, Jeff, Todoist Kanban, a whole bunch of stuff like that. Nothing was working, and I popped to Obsidian Kanban. I was like, ooh, okay, I think that works. And it was really nice. Yes, Matt, Obsidian aliases are like amazing. Oh, I'm out of focus now. Here we go. I'm back in focus. Am I back in focus? Here we go. Back in focus. The aliases are stellar. I feel like I had kind of stopped using it, and I was kind of starting to check out of it when they added aliases, so I didn't even really look at it before. So I only figured it out now. Anyway, let's get this other video recorded, then we can just chat about whatever. And I will show off a couple videos that I found useful this week, and then I will answer your questions if you have them too. Answer your questions if you have them. So, what I should do one day, I should arrange to have somebody on here too. What are aliases? I haven't heard of them feature. I'll show them off in a bit. Did I already make a note? I think I already did today. Yep, Obsidian aliases. And I linked to my one. I'll show that off in a bit. I've got all your attention. There you go. You're just trying to steal it and put up a bunch of exclamation marks, so I just keep looking. So, okay, another couple seconds of silence, and then I will record about the organized mind, which is a book I started reading for book club. Book club's in theory today at 3 o'clock Pacific. We'll see if it actually happens, though. So I've tried book clubs before, and lots of people say, hey, you should start a book club, and nobody shows up, and nobody reads the books, and nobody's prepared for it, and I'm not wasting my time. So we'll give it 2 books, and if people don't show up after 2 books, then book club's done. Because I honestly don't think I have enough followers to make it worthwhile. So that's it. I haven't done interview mode, so Joe, I was actually wondering if I should get you on in a little bit to just talk about craft and Obsidian together. And I looked for your email quickly on the side. So I can send you a Twitter DM with one, though. So maybe we can try that in a bit if people want to. I'll talk about a few things I want to talk about. And if you're available, Joe, just say you're available and I'll send you a Twitter DM. I think I got you on Twitter. Now I got to look. You're distracting me again. I actually did do this. So we streamed a... where's Joe? We streamed a... Really? I can't find it. Search. Sorry, we streamed the figure skating show for my wife's job that way. There we are. Direct message. I'm sending a direct message right now, Joe. There you go. We'll find out if Joe's available. I need a 3rd monitor now. Yeah, so we streamed it that way. My baby should just left, so I have the kids. As soon as the screen time is done, I'm down for some time in the near future, though. Okay, well, we'll have to do this another time. Cool. Hey, my kids all come in all the time on stream, so that's not a problem with me. Yeah, I got it. I found you. I just sent you a direct message. Oh, my kids come all the time on stream. Not a big deal. I wouldn't care anyways. That's up to you. But yeah, we should talk about this. We should arrange this for the next time I stream. We'll hook up on Twitter for this. Yeah, we're going to go with this. Then I can be distracted as I want. So, organized mind. Ready? Do some silence. Then we'll show this off. And I got a pose, so I have like a YouTube thumbnail. Oh, like this. Lighting's better on this side. Welcome. Today we're going to talk about this book called The Organized Mind. This is about having an organized mind. That's obvious. By Daniel J. Levitin. I always want to say Letvin. I feel like that's another author, though. Anyway, we're going to talk about this and whether you should read it or not, whether it's useful or not. Before we do that, let's get into ways to support the channel. Number 1, to become a patron, patreon.com/Curtis McHale. Number 2, you can, I was going to say follow me on Twitter. I guess you can do that, Curtis McHale. Sure, go for that. You can take a Skillshare course. That's what I should have said. You can find all the links to that below, or go to curtismchale.ca/Skillshare, where you can just, that's my affiliate link. Earn a little bit. You get to go on Skillshare, you find my courses, stuff like that. Anyway, let's look at the organized mind. So I think we all want to be organized, and that's really why I picked this up. It just looked like, hey, it's organized, it's the brain, that might be interesting. So, okay, this was a super data-heavy book. It took me way longer to read it than it should have. And it should have than usual, because it's such a heavy, data-heavy book. And I'm not going to talk about all of it because, honestly, a whole bunch of it was super boring. And I just skimmed through a whole ton of it because I was like, I literally have no idea what to do with this information. It's just not going to do anything for me. So let's look at a few of the points that I do find interesting. The first one is that your memory is incorrect. Early on, Levitin introduces the idea that our memory is extremely fallible and we don't even realize it. We often think we are remembering something correctly, but in very few cases are we actually doing this. This actually reminded me of an excellent podcast by Malcolm Gladwell, who I admit I'm a little questionable on his whole podcast empire because the ads are terrible. But he had one called Free Brian Williams, which is about a reporter who misremembered where he was in a firefight in Afghanistan, I think it was. I'm getting hazy on the details there. But, and that's the thing. He said, I was in the plane that got shot down. He wasn't. He was actually in a different one, or in a different helicopter, actually. And everyone said, you're a terrible reporter. So what Gladwell eloquently shows in many different scenarios there that even if you think of where you were on September 9/11, you were probably not actually there. You are misremembering it. And even if you told researchers, because they did this, of a high emotional event, you told them where you were, 10 years later you will say, I totally wasn't there. And you were. You'll say whatever you remember now is the right way. And so Gladwell's point is, maybe we should just let Brian Williams off. He should have reviewed his notes. That's his problem. He didn't review his notes. Not that he lied, because everyone's memory operates like this. So next point is we have so much data going by and we just can't keep track of. I know even for me, the blog posts or the videos I want to watch on YouTube around research topics are so vast that I think I've added up just like the most recent 6 ones are 8 hours of video to watch, and I am honestly just not going to get to it. That's it. Not going to get to it. This even comes down to when people want me to try stuff, like Hypernotes, they emailed me a bunch. I've talked about it before, and people said, hey, you got to try all these new apps. Why aren't you trying them, Curtis? And the answer is, I'm not going to. I'm going to keep using my tools. I view my YouTube channel as what is interesting to me, and that does not trying all the tools you think I should. Sometimes I might try them, but I'm not always going to try them. A second great point around his, he basically was saying we need to be choosy, and I'm choosy. A second great point around that is that all the stuff that flows past us in a day, specifically with multitasking, and to put a comparison towards the effects of marijuana on our cognitive abilities versus the effects of multitasking. So he cites a bunch of studies that say our cognitive impairment due to multitasking is greater than our cognitive impairment due to marijuana. So maybe I thought about that, and I looked up some job posts, and it's like, hey, you must be multitasking. I was like, what if we said we had to switch that job interview to you got to smoke weed? Would that even fly? Of course it wouldn't. But at a job, we still say you got to multitask. So I'm being a manager of 2 people. I say you better not multitask. I don't want to see it. I expect you to ignore me a whole bunch of the times and get back to things when you can. Slack is for adding GIFs. It's for if I really need to get something on right now, or I've messaged it because I don't want to. It's so easy in so many inboxes and task managers to have too many things to deal with. And so it's like, here's an aside. Hey, make sure you cover this, right? I might, swing by someone's desk. Hey, we'll say Joe, so I don't say my employee's name. Joe, do you have this? Because Joe's here, and I can, pick on Joe because I actually know Joe. I feel like we've been on a podcast a long time ago, Joe. We're streaming for those watching this later. So then you can just something you'd stop by the desk, I hit on Slack, hey, make sure you cover this with this person today. So that's all we use it for. Social connections and low bandwidth communication is another good point. We saw this in Digital Minimalism by Cal Newport as well, where he talked about the difference between high and low bandwidth communication. When we have high bandwidth face-to-face communication, our empathy for others is higher. That's what Levitin is also citing, that college-age adults using a lot of online communication tools have lower empathy than others. So GNM Twenge also talked about this in iGen. I'll link to some of these videos up above. That kids hitting middle school, and iGen is to her kids hitting middle school as smartphones became common. So 2010, 2011, I think, is kind of where she puts it at. So she also surmises that the lack of physical connection in meet space is a contributing factor to the rise in mental health needs of kids, because they lack empathy and because they haven't been, in some ways, hardened. Hardened, is that the right word? That they are, they're not getting the brain development they need just by being online. So another good point is why we procrastinate. And it dealt with pleasure centers in the brain. So we procrastinate on big projects because we get a pleasure from doing an email, checking off anything, right? So I might go fold the laundry in the middle of the day instead of working on a weird CSS problem, because I get pleasure from having the laundry folded because it's a task done. And I think this is also why a lot of people try different tools, want me to try different tools, because you say I'm doing something, I'm moving forward with whatever, because I'm trying different tools, when the truth is you're just trying different tools, you're not doing anything useful. So there's one big issue in this book, though, dealing with meritocracy. And Levitin really pushes on the benefits of meritocracy. But the truth is, it really favors white dudes. Mostly white dudes, meritocracy really favors. Because, right now, in the stream at least, Joe was saying, I can't join you today because, he's got, the babysitter's gone, he's got kids to deal with. And that's totally cool. I got kids to deal with all the time. My kids show up in streams sometimes, or in videos, and that doesn't bother me. I am the main caregiver after school because my wife coaches figure skating. She leaves after school, and I watch the kids. So if I was a single white guy, or if I was a no-kid white guy, I would have lots of time after school, after work, to do other things, to show my merit in open source contributing, stuff like that. And Levitin just breezes by how amazing meritocracy is, because it selects for people that, really have awesomeness, and what it really selects for is people who have free time and can do unpaid work. So I don't really believe in meritocracy. Even when I hired recently, I basically offered to do, I said, here's my preferred times for interviews. If it doesn't work for you, let me know. I will do them weekends. I will do them evenings if that works for you, whatever you need. And then I also paid people for the second stage of the process. So the paid project. And I paid you whether or not you moved to the next stage, we paid you. So finally, should you read The Organized Mind by Daniel J. Levitin? Okay, there's some good points in this book. I admit it. I like them. You've heard them, what I thought was interesting, but there are a lot of I'd say $20 words here in my script, but I mean like $500 words. I was like, I don't even know what to do with this. So should you read it? And if you're looking for a book that goes into like brain science and a whole bunch of other stuff, then sure. If you're not quite your speed, I think Cal Newport gets a lot of the same depth in his books without going into like deep science stuff where you're like, this is crazy. Now, it's not as bad as the book I will be reviewing in a few weeks. It has MRI pictures in it. But it's still a pretty weighty book. So should you read it? I don't know. I'm actually going to take it back to the Bookman, which is my local bookstore for those who are new to the stream. You see, because of the tag right there, that little tag means it's theirs. So they'll give me credit for it and I'll buy something else. But I am not going to keep it in my library because I do not think I will ever read this book again. I say I read it. And I say I read a book when I'm just done reading it. And if that's halfway through, then I am done reading the book and I'm not picking it back up. And I do not feel bad about marking it as read. So it's going back for me. But might be the right book for you. But if you liked the video, thumbs up below. If you loved it, subscribe, hit the bell. YouTube will let you know something happened, but turn off your notifications because you probably don't want them anyways. If you got stuff to do, hang out with your kids, read, do something like that. It's probably more useful than always getting notifications when I decide to publish a video. You can support the channel by becoming a patron, patreon.com/CurtisMcHale, taking courses. All my Skillshare courses are linked below. You can just go to Skillshare from curtismchale.ca/Skillshare, take what course. Discord channel, link below. We stream on Fridays, 1 p.m. Pacific, where I actually record these videos, answer some questions, try not to get distracted by people. And that's about it. Today we'll actually be showing off Obsidian aliases after, and a few other things, just so that you can see what's going on and what I've been interested in this week. Ciao. All right, you know what I didn't do? Man. So we're back. I'm answering questions being distracted. You know what I didn't do, though? I did not actually say, and when did I start and end this recording? So I'm going to, like, guess through here. This is 37:7:00. So when I ended this chunk on the book, so I at least have an end time to go through. Ugh. Organized Mind, going back in a pile. The MRI craze, very dangerous stuff. So the reading in the brain, it had like a whole bunch of brain scan stuff and like live brain scan stuff. So a very weighty book that I'm not going to read again. I'm not even sure I read it the first time, to be honest. So what we're going to show off, let's go to Obsidian and let's show off aliases. I said I'd show that off, so let's start there. Ecamm screen share. So aliases, what is an alias? So an alias is, if I go to my smoking note, these three other things. So this is, I subscribe to tags as status kind of only, or types of content. So while most people use smoking as a tag, you can't alias tags either. So I created an actual note. And so I can see everybody that backlinked over here, right? Smoking, you can see I did it as, cigarette, right? That's actually out of manufactured doubt, which is out of the data detective, because cigarettes and smoking are the same, kind of the same, right? The same idea. And if I'm going to link to smoking, I'm probably also linking to cigarettes, or it's so closely tied as to be almost inseparable. All right. You can say I've got more organized mind, the cognitive losses of smoking marijuana. That's probably not what I want in this instance. Right. Although I could say smoking marijuana as one word being the same thing. So that's what aliases do. It lets me take one word, or if I go to my COVID note, you can see right here in Obsidian, COVID will link to COVID-19. COVID lowercase will link to COVID-19. COVID-19, I see this is where I have some issues. Spaces. So I need to normalize these two together, but again, these will all like link to one note. So I do need to go in and I probably need to delete this one. Let's just do it. And then to go to open COVID. There we go. And COVID-19, COVID. So it should all link now. So then I could probably go to unlinked mentions. Linked mentions. Let's kill those. COVID-19. So I don't want to just link that. There we go. I want to link the whole word. So this is what it lets me do. It lets me say like all of these like variations on the same theme are linked to the same thing. Reset, reclaiming, retail trade. There we go. We'll link it like that. COVID's cost to marginalized groups. Yep, that's an interesting one for me. Canada's failed COVID reaction. Extra pressure on families. That's interesting. So you go. Now we've got some new things in here. And some of them are just linked to different stuff. So that's really interesting with aliases. So we did that. Perfect. Awesome. Obsidian aliases are done. So let's go deal with that. Getting started with craft. This is James Eaton. Not Josh, James. This is a good video. Open up in Safari. People ask sometimes that little tab that shows up when I open links is called Open In. So let's share this video here. Getting started in.
Hey, my name's James. Welcome to the channel. Excited to share some new.
I'm gonna pause this because this is it's erroring in my ears. I don't like that. James has starting a series on getting started with craft. I really liked this, and I wrote down what I liked because I knew in a moment I wouldn't. It's a good take on why you choose craft, and it's more design focused, while Obsidian is more code focused. So see you, Joe. We'll connect about coming around next time about Joe Casabona. Good luck with the kids. Have fun. Good take on why you choose craft, and it's admittedly more design focused, right? If we look at Obsidian here, it's Markdown. I write in Markdown all the time, so that's not a problem. But if I go to craft, open it up, you can see this is the craft Kanban video that I was doing earlier. Like, it's just more design focused. Hey, Harry. Oh, no. Okay, so Harry, Apple's little assistant, thought I was talking to it. That's how bad the recognition is. Anyway. So it's definitely more design focused, although I admit if you look at most of my stuff, like it's very little design focused. Like I don't, right? Like even this embed here, this is literally just what craft did. So as everything gives me notifications for a meeting that's actually canceled. So like that's a problem. Or not, like I just don't care about it. Personally, I'm not as concerned about it, but I spend my day working in Vim, so you know. I'm a nerd like that. Other than that, I really haven't done any design focused stuff. Like this design with the page is mostly just UI for me. That's why I do it. I don't actually care about the design itself. It's just UI. So that's my thoughts on it. The big reason I moved to craft was because of the good iPad support, which Obsidian didn't have at the time, and now it does. So, and yeah, what do I want to do? I wanted to do, I just lost it. Just lost it. Thought it was something I wanted to do, and then I forgot about it. So, oh yeah. Daily notes. Cool. Okay, I'll come back to that. Getting started with craft. That was a good one. That X. Hey Martin, good day, evening, afternoon for me. So another one, 2021 Obsidian workflow tour. Cool thing in this one here, let me just copy this whole thing out and I'll drop it in chat for you. So the cool thing here was that video there is the workbench plugin. This one here. So he actually does time. Daily notes, templated, frictionless. Okay, the intro was long on this video though. So like he says jump to like 9 minutes, jump to like 9 minutes. Yeah, jump to like the 9 daily notes plugins. Excuse me, daily note structure. So we talked about the workbench plugin in Obsidian. So I shared that. That was cool. Why am I doing that? Workbench. community plugin. And so he uses it as a way to just see what he's working on. Workbench by Ryan J. Murphy. So it allows you to capture thinking whatever you're currently doing into a workbench note. Link and embed pages, headers, and blocks, or copy the current line. So this would be interesting so you just don't drop projects off that you should be kind of focusing on. That's really what it would be. That's interesting. Something I made a note in my writing Kanban board to look at later. Okay, shared that one. Intro to Smart Notes, another one. If you are interested in, well, not for here anyways. If you are interested in how to get started with Smart Notes still, then this is a good video for you. Do any of the plugins work in the Obsidian mobile app? I get asked by, Rashab, do any of the plugins work in the mobile app? Almost all of the ones that I've chosen to use do, actually. Yeah, almost all the ones that I've chosen to use do. What doesn't? I feel like there's one or two that don't, but pretty close. Like, it's pretty close. It's more, it has proven to me to be more likely that things don't, or that, what is it? It's more likely that things work than they don't work. So yeah, it is very amazing. So there's a few I know that don't, but yeah. So for this video here though, by Martin Adams, the big thing that I really liked about this is it's a decent summary, and it's 54 minutes long still, but it shows you, kind of gives you a good overview of how to take Smart Notes, and it's a good overview of how Obsidian works. I liked both of those. And now his Flowtelic plugin, or his Flowtelic app, looked interesting as well. Does he have a link to it in here? I think he's only got the join, but it looks really pretty. Like, it looks really pretty. All right, that's Flowtelic right there. That's his picture of it. I'm not sure that you can actually get it yet. So when I went in here to join Flowtelic, and just get this, it's a ConvertKit thing, landing page. I signed up today because I at least want to see it when it comes out. I want to be notified, and now I've offloaded that to him, not to me. I don't know. Yeah. So, okay, someone brought this up a while ago in a stream, now that I've looked at it here, that this is awesome. And I looked at it, I was like, it just looks like a blog thing. So this is great that he's got this blog, but I want to see the app. That's what I want to see. Give me something on the app. But it hasn't yet. So anyways, it looks interesting. It looks pretty at the very least. We'll see if it actually happens. My first thought was, oh, is that an Obsidian skin I don't know about? But no, it's his thing. So Martin, the mobile app is still in closed beta. Oh, I see Matt already answered you. Yeah, supporters have it. I've actually been able to use it for quite a while, but I just wasn't going to, because I didn't think that I needed it versus what I could do in Craft. But then, like I said, some things have been interesting lately in Obsidian, and I hopped back in and it felt really good. So here, yeah, it does work really well on iPad. That's the big thing. So I really just started this week and dove right back in, and it feels great. It feels great. Okay, other thing we're gonna look at today. Plus questions. I'll stop if we've got questions. Is the Craft daily notes thing. So this is out for everybody now, which is cool. Which is cool. Can I hide my calendars? That's interesting. Hide the work calendar, hide the PTO calendar. You can see my wife's in my content. That's fine. Okay. Oh, that meeting's canceled, so you can even be on it. I just won't be there. So even if you see it. So daily notes. Let's actually look it up, because I looked at it a little bit. They did give me early access to it, and they said that you can't talk about it. So it's like Fight Club. So I've had a few things early here. Craft for Web I had it early too. Press kit. Where are those updates? I don't know. Live in color block. What's new? Calendar integration and daily notes. It was super easy to set up on my, do I have it on my iPad already too? I should. I do. You know what, let's just show the iPad. How does that sound? So you can see me setting it up. I need to redo my scenes. So come in here, I'm gonna go to customize, right? So normal view, now we have it. Customize, allow calendar access. We're gonna allow it. I'm gonna customize to shut off stuff. Oh, look, you see my work email. Client schedule, contact. I got a lot of calendars. I just need to clean up a bunch of these. I haven't used Streak in years. Family, work doesn't happen. Okay, cool. So, what does this allow me to do? You can see I did a little bit here, where I just kind of played with it. So every Tuesday, I gotta take out the garbage and clean the backyard for the lawn mowing person to come through. And I can resolve them. That's great. Something I didn't love, so I go to the next day. Oh, this is overdue, but if I go to today and create a task thing to do, like I didn't see a way, and maybe you know this if you're watching, keyboard shortcuts to pull forward anything that's overdue. How do I know it's overdue? Right, even in here, like there's no like red date here to say, hey, you have something overdue. What does that do? What does that do? Takes me to today. Okay. So the only way to know is to like scroll back through my daily notes. That's not cool. Like I'm just not gonna do it. That's the big thing. So yeah, so I created a few other notes just to test it out. Even pulled in some of my stuff from the day. Yeah, so Matt says it's not possible to pull the notes forward. So I gotta be honest, in some ways that feels like less utility now, at least for tasks. At least for tasks. So I wouldn't put any tasks in there. Scrolling back is the only way. So I'd say that's the detriment to it. So the thing I can do is on a day say, yes, I've done this, and that's it. Now we also have something similar in Obsidian. All right, you can see I've got a task here to tweet about a CSS problem I was having. And I can here, what is it? Slated, I can move the task to a future day, right? I can just pick the day here. That's nice. But if I went to calendar views over here, the 9th, I don't think I can pull overdue tasks. Yeah, so meeting notes. So Matt, I actually was using Agenda for a while. Matt says the best thing about, oh, wrong. I've got to use my other pointing device. It says the best thing is the agenda, in that being in Craft's daily notes. So I was actually using the app Agenda for a while as my daily, like my meeting note thing, and it just having it separated all the time wasn't great, and it still feels like it would be separated. Unlike Obsidian, where I can take meeting notes, and I can actually take the meeting notes and I could link them off to like people, stuff like that, or to other things in Obsidian. So if I wanted to, you know what I should do? I should go back to my calendar. Let's go back to the first. You know, I should even go back farther. Let's go back to a day I haven't even created. Let's create a task. Thing I should do. So Matt, maybe you know. So what I want to be able to do in Obsidian as well is if I go to today's note, I want to be able to pull forward every undone task, or at least have a view for it in some way. And maybe you can do this on desktop. Right, backlinks, 0. So I want to be able to like get that task that was around for a while, but I want to be able to really dive in and see all the old tasks, like what's overdue that hasn't been dealt with. And I don't think I can do that in Slated. Right, empty lines after headings, good. When moving a task. Okay, so that's like bullet journal where you just like put the chevron in there. Oh, I can do that with the data view plugin. So Matt, says, like bring forward tasks. So that's a plugin. There's like an hour-long video I want to watch on it. I just haven't got to yet. And I wondered if I could do that, or with a query block, pull all tasks that are undone into even like my daily note kind of rolling. Like look at all my undone tasks. So what is data view for those who don't know? That's another big thing that I have when it's coming back to Obsidian is data view. Let's just install it. Oh, right there. Task from, let's do task from star then. Data view task from star. Let's just try it. Let's try it that fast. So I go data view from star. I feel like it's a CSS bug in what I have. There we go. Data view. Parsing failed. Yeah, so I have pretty light task management now in I have very light task management for my own self now from daily. Okay, let's go back to this. You know what? I actually have a totally second screen with like an entire Mac not doing anything right here. So let's just open up data view and documentation in there. I can work on my iPad. Data view. Martin, you can use data view extension, but not only do one. See ya. Thanks for coming. Template length. Oh, is it task from? How do you do a folder? Looks like it's task from tags. Okay, looks like I gotta do no. One thing I don't love, which I wonder, in the iPad app, I know my folder name is capitalized, I think, for daily. Isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, does that work? So daily's there. That's where all my daily notes are. Task from daily, data view. So task, you can either query tags from folder with quotation marks. Task all active from daily? Is that what you're trying to tell me, Martin? This is the problem with doing these things live. Let's try to do it faster and look smarter instead of like, but I'd sit here quietly and read for 20 minutes first, normally. So if you're wondering what I'm looking at, I'm just looking at the GitHub documentation on this for data view over here. Data view, there we go. That's what I'm looking at right now. On my other screen, on my Mac. So Martin, if you're sending me a link, they don't actually come through to me from chat. Sorry. If you're in Discord though, that works. We can share things in Discord just fine. I am the only one who can paste links in here. Something just beeped at me. List, no link. 001 templates. Yeah, I don't have that folder though, right? Oh, I'm trying to use my mouse on my iPad. That doesn't work. I don't have templates in mind though. Tasks from 001 templates were active. I could do templates. But I don't have any task from 01 templates where active. Okay. So you're saying that's one of your folders, where active. See? Okay, I've wondered a few times if smart quotes on the iPad are messing stuff up. Oh, Nazar. So you've got shortcuts working with Notion. That's cool. I find Notion so slow though. That's the biggest problem. It's like super slow. There's the Discord channel. Slide that back off to the side. She hide it. That's my biggest problem with it though. Okay, so I have smart quotes in there. Not smart quote now. Data view, task from daily where active. I see words there. Oh, you know why? I didn't install data view on this. That is a pain in the butt, honestly. And community plugins. Is data view installed, not active? Nope. So of course it won't work if I don't have data view installed. That's silly. Data view. I wish it would cross install for us so that you didn't have to do like this. To like refresh this somehow. didn't turn it on either. That's right, of course. Did I turn it on? Advanced tables. Data view is turned on. Great. Is there other settings in here to do? Okay, let's just try any type of query to see if it works. Any type of query. List from okay, so that worked. Just did list from inbox. No, it's not going to be helpful. Daily. That works too. That works. So where active. Query return is 0 results. So is that actually telling me I have none? Because I literally see one here. All right, there's a couple in here. I did take a quick look at the craft. I am playing with data view in Obsidian right now, Nazar, if you're wondering. What I wanted to do was be able to take a task from like an old note, which I do have. When did I make that for? Whoa, like the 5th? Is that what I made it for? Yeah, the thing I should do. I want this task to show up in like today's daily note. Split vertically, open up today's note. So in theory, task from daily where active. So this right here, thing I should do, should show up here. And I got 0 results. Is that only going forward? That is a question. That is a question. Task from daily were active, but it's not actually picking up the task from the past like it should. Although it will pick up, right, if I did task from daily, oh, E, what's it picking up? Thing I should do, so it picks it up there, right? An element Thunderbolt hub. Picked that up. I picked up stuff from like way in the future, right? Like to look at in September to do PAC, Parent Activity Council, for those that wonder. All right, it picked up like this on the 31st, which is good. But it did not pick up. I don't care about all the done ones. I just want the task from daily. So let's see if I can find the task. Table list task expression. This is supposed to be capital where. No, from it. It's like a SQL query. Where. What if I could do where? You don't think the active works. So if I wonder if I could do where, what is it? file mtime, which I assume is a file.mtime. Equals date today. What I actually probably want is, right, or today is greater. Okay, so I did that symbol wrong. I wonder if you could search for, is there a where content? Like where content of the file equals, I guess what I'm saying is like our list from daily where, I even know, content equals dash square, like that. So my search query would be matching this, and I'd list the files that had it in it. Okay, so active's on the roadmap. I wonder if you can search query like that, though. And I can verify that it works on my iPad, too, because I just looked over there. It's right beside me. Can you search content? Expression, sources, functions, examples. I can't do it, eh, Martin? So active is just a thing that's going to happen. It's like a full programming language here. Contains. Check Discord. So the biggest thing with Discord, Martin, is that unless you get the right person to see your question at that exact moment, you just got to keep asking about it. Which is my problem with Discord. Like, it's good for, like, if everyone's there chat, but you can't just ask a string match. I wonder if that would work. Other than I have to do regex. Regex. In my Discord. There you go. That works. Oh, there you go. Plugins search. Thank you, Martin. Okay, so what were you saying in chat here? Oh, doing the search for it. Search history. Yeah, I could do the search operators, and then you can do that. Any search operator you can do, just drop into a query block. So we're doing a data view block right here, but this is now a query block. And then anything you put in your search here. So if I tag writing idea, which I don't have. So if I did path daily, and then I want to, for this, probably needs to be in quotes though. Okay, let's just start by searching for any dashes. Path line. That's for tags though. In my Discord, okay. Okay. Path daily. Let's just look for something. 2021. But I see 2021. I know that's in my daily folder. So there we go. Okay, so that's right. So what if I do so what does that get me in a query block? I'm gonna adjust my link styling. Okay, so that got me just everything that's not done. There's a task to do thing? No. So that works. It's going to show me everything. Is there time-based parameters in here allowed? Search operators, time range. Task to do path daily, you say. Let's try it. Okay, so that works. It's another way of doing it. Time parameters, though. I think file created on. Oh yeah, okay, right there, task to do. Cool. And then task's done. That's nice. Is there time-based parameters, though? Thank you, Martin. Right, this is all Martin so far. He's just been showing me what to do. Oh, and you can't even see him. Martin suggested all of this. Thank you, Martin. Okay, but can we add time-based parameters to this? So, or date-based parameter? Date. No, time. Like what I do before today. I don't need to see like what's due in the future. Martin, you're saying give back. Oh. Okay, I actually hate the name give back. It's like a brand. It's because it's like you took something that wasn't yours in the first place. I gave away everything for free, so I appreciate your help, though. Just a thing for me. I chafe at the word give back. I actually don't feel like I give back to the community because it implies that I took something I didn't deserve, something that I was not entitled to. Entitled feels like the wrong word too. I don't know what the right word is. This is why I don't say this much at all. My wife hears me rant about it, and she always just looks at me and says, "Stop it." OQL block. 10. This is a different plugin. Is there time in here? Nope. Now I'm thinking too much. Ah, that's what she tells me. That is absolutely what she tells me. Created. So, is there created in the search? No, there's no like created. I think too much a lot, Martin. That's why you love me partially, though, because I think too much about things. Oh, big stretch. And yawn. So what is this plugin? Obsidian Query Language. Is this actually a plugin that's in the community plugins? What is right there? Still. Enable. We have like 20 minutes left, and then I'm going to hop off because there is book club in theory on Zoom. If anybody shows up. Should I post the link here before we leave? Let me do that. If you want to join me for some more talk about A World Without Email by Mr. Cal Newport, then... How come I don't see that thing? Oh, I'm sure I had a link to that already. I just don't have it. A World Without Email discussion. Right there. No, I don't want to search the web for that. Silly stuff. So you want to join me and talk about A World Without Email on Zoom by Mr. Cal Newport, which you have time to watch my review of it if you really want to do that first. Then you can do it there. That's what we're going to be doing. I suppose I should drop it in my Discord too. And the book club. There we go. I've done that. Back to Cam. So OQL, which is Obsidian Query Language. Too many windows open. Quite a few again. So I could do with OQL. I could turn on the OQL plugin. It's installed. Yeah, OQL is in. Okay, so I'd say OQL. Does it actually still just work like this? I gotta open another note. Let's go back to that. And then quit. Just quit it, I guess. Assume it's indexing. That's what this line means over here. I do not know. I do not know. Still not done indexing. Oh, we're going to do this though. Task to do and use the built-in okay. Okay, that's right. Okay, what is available in query language? Oh, this isn't what I want, really. Actually, it looks interesting, though. You can get data about your notes, right? You can see he queried for how many daily notes he has. But not quite what I'm looking for. That's good. But it's got, like, stuff from 2020 that just doesn't matter. So I can go there and resolve it, because I'm not going to do it if it's that old. I'm going to do none of these things that are this old. Right? None of these things. Bunch of stuff. Not going to do any of them because they are no longer relevant. Anything in this note, no longer relevant. It's so old, it don't work for this client anymore. And some of these I can't actually click through because they are like employee notes. So what we're trying to do, I'm trying to be able to take in my daily note, which you can see here, I want to find all the tasks that haven't been done yet and just have them embedded. I looked a little bit at data view, but data view doesn't have the task active parameter. So that's not good. It's just not going to happen. Or the where active, whatever it was, it's coming, but not there yet. So that's not going to work at this point. I guess that's really it. I don't know. I feel like I'll put this in my writing one. What I want to be able to do is add in my content template. There we go. There's that. But there's also this other task plugin. what's it called? Task. Maybe the tasks plugin? That'd be a query that I could do. Back to my daily note. What is the query for this? Looks like a variation on query language. Okay, so that's a problem with this, though. As I read it, everything has to be... Does it show it here? Yeah, so everything has to be tagged task right there. Do I keep other checklists is the big thing. I guess when I go to the grocery store, I make a checklist, but I just do that in my daily notes. So, like, does that matter that much? I'm going to remove the global filter for now. So let's start a new thing. It's 3 backtick task. I got that. My query is tasks. It's actually tasks, plural. Not note done. Done. And there's a path, includes daily. Includes daily. Let's just delete that. I could remake this later if I really want to. Nice. Okay. What I really want to search back. Do before today. Let's call it do before today. Includes do before insert the current date. Do before, yeah. What changes to do after? Still getting 0. Tasks not done. I got that. Path includes daily, do before. I know I've got some of them. Like this Vim notes thing. Or do I need to go? Is it just in the wrong order? Still 0. Might be stumped for now. Don't you tag the to-do with the due date? Maybe, like I'm trying to like mishmash too. So I've been using Slated as my task management plugin, if there is one. Because I have pretty light tasks, right? Like I have, like most of them are like this. Make sure my kid remembers their library book. That's about it. Send an email to somebody. I don't have a lot. Other than that, I'm in boards, K home. So I've prefixed all my boards with K for Kanban. Like this is like I get a new barbecue cover. Got coffee, tightened my wife's skates, stuff like that. Recycle the monitor and cables that are behind me. I just need to walk down to the store and do that. The electronics store, which will recycle them for free. So this is really my, like, I don't have a lot of needs anymore. Most of my boards are here. Camping, home. I got those two there. That's kind of like my big ones. Other than that, I have writing. Oh, where'd it go? Writing. I have one in here. And all my writing notes go in, right? I have my writing one. What else do I have? I also have courses. So there you go. I have courses. That's it. Like, other than that, I'm making grocery lists. I'm reminding myself. That's about it. Yeah. I just want to be able to see on today, like, do I have anything specific to do, right? Specific. I should tweet about this CodePen thing. I think I got it figured out, so I'm not going to do it. But then I can also, I know with Slated, go move task to Monday. So now it's been moved to Monday, and that's similar to the bullet journal notation for like I moved this forward. And if I go to Monday, tasks, tweet about this, and it even grabbed the sub thing, right? Take out the garbage every week on Tuesday is already in there because it's like just something I gotta do on Tuesdays. So I suppose I can be more proactive about bringing stuff over at the end of the day. Maybe that needs to be part of my shutdown routine. But I had hoped to come up with something else. And that's really going to wrap it up. Yeah, Anthony, the Kanban plugin is pretty awesome. Like, it's pretty awesome. I say I had looked at like a whole bunch. I've got them on my iPad here, on my next screen. I had looked at all of these here. Firetask, Jeff, Avocado, Trello, Meister, Breeze, Kanban Lite, Velvet, Clubhouse, Carabiner, Kanban Tool, and Todoist. Just to start. For like my, what kind of task management do you really need now? I looked at all of those, and none of them are nearly as good as the Obsidian Kanban tool. So I'm not going to use any of them. I paid for some of them, but I'm not going to use any of them because the Obsidian one is just far superior. That's it. Thanks for joining me. Man, those 2 hours seem like they go real quick. No, it's about 2 hours. A little less than 2 hours. Right? Oh no, let me see. 3. What time is my appointment at? I gotta check my own appointment that I set up. Yeah, 2 hours. 1 to 3 I did. So anyway, I'm gonna jet. Those of you who are in book club or want to talk about a world email because you've read it, I posted it in the chat recently. I don't even know where my copy of the book is right now. I'm going to maybe go find it if I want to reference it, but I got my notes here. So I'm going to sign off for now. Have a good one. I'm going to take a quick break and then get back at another. We'll see. We'll see how long this talk goes, if people show up to book club or not. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Martin, for all your help today. You've been awesome. Thank you for everyone else that asked some questions. Ciao.